Good morning, friends. We have ourselves a brand new portal again today. This week has been full of fun activities. So, we have the Super Elemental portal back again with more yellow goodness. We have our second costume released for the Super Elemental family. So, let's take a moment to look into Jequn and whether this would be a fun character to pull, what's he all about, all that fun stuff. So, some of you may be familiar with this guy. He was featured in Soul Exchange before. When he was featured for 20 souls probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I don't know. It's somewhere in that range. Um, at that time, he was the first super elemental ever to be featured in a Soul Exchange, I believe, and a lot of people gave a bunch of buzz about that. The super elemental family has always been very interesting, and we'll go into why in just a moment. But to start things off, this guy is going to be of the rogue class, and then his family bonus is going to be the Super Elemental Family bonus, which says that Super Elemental Family makes teams of specific elements stronger. This hero enhances the Holy Element. One or more shields are enhanced to power gems each turn. The amount is the same as holy heroes in the team. So, in other words, if you have 5 holy heroes, you'll make 5 power gems a turn. If you have 1 holy hero, you'll make 1 a turn, 2, 2, etc., so on and so forth. All right, the power gem deals 20 damage to a random enemy each turn. And then when it's matched, it also will explode and do damage as well. So, kind of interesting. The Zappy tiles, as I like to refer to them, because I do have Farah, she's a purple super elemental, can be incredibly helpful at finishing off things that you had almost killed, or all those fighters that pop back up at 1 HP. These Zappy tiles are going to just go through and pretty much annihilate anything that's extremely low in health. It's no additional effort on your part, it's just an automatic effect. But there is the side effect that in reality, they also are an uncontrollable damage source. So this definitely messes with the sleep effect. I pulled Kalen when he was brand new, the garrison guard that makes the entire party go to sleep. But Farah would constantly wake them up with her zapping purple tiles. They were a terrible combination together. Sleep has kind of been making its rounds in the current meta with all of the moths out there. If you are enjoying using a moth, this guy would not probably be a very good pairing with that. So just keep that in mind. All right, in the passive department, it says Troop Mastery. Passive skill for attacking character. The hero's troops deal extra elemental damage against the weaker element. Dealt extra elemental damage is plus 150%. So when attacking, his tile damage is going to be significantly higher. Passive skill when defending. This hero receives less elemental damage from troops of stronger element. Received elemental damage down by negative 25%. So it makes him a little bit tankier against opposite element, in this case purple troops on the other side. So purple tile damage is going to do basically 25% less damage to him. Okay. He also gets ailment immunity for the first 6 turns. This is a very solid ability. One of my favorite Aether powers. It just makes it impossible to do too much to him in that first 6 turns. No debuffs whatsoever. And then finally, down here at very fast speed, we have Golden Sacred Symbol. And it deals 210% damage to all enemies. And it says all dark enemies get negative 39% accuracy, all ice enemies get negative 39% defense, all nature enemies get negative 39% mana generation, and all fire enemies get negative 39% attack for 3 turns. All right. So this guy has not changed very much, but they did kind of up his effects slightly. He's always been pretty low on the damage side, but he has a hit all. Sorry, operating at very fast speed. So hit all, very fast speed, 210% damage. It's not terrible. It's not going to make like a significant amount of effect, but it is going to help whittle everybody down a little bit faster. He is also going to leave debuffs galore, and they change based off of what color the opponent is. It's interesting. I don't think he's bad, but I've never necessarily found him to be much of a game changer. He definitely provides some interesting effects, and if you pull him, he's likely worth leveling, especially if you don't do a lot of pulls and it's like a cool thing for you to get a brand new character. Like he's probably worth it. Like I'd say he's a solid 7. He's right where he needs to be for a hero. So 7 out of 10 for this guy. He's definitely good enough. He's not going to ultimately, wow anyone, but he can be annoying, and operating at very fast speed, he is certainly going to go off quite a bit and leave these debuffs up for the majority of the fight, assuming they aren't dispelled. So when facing this guy, the opposing team is definitely going to want to have some dispellers at their disposal. And, if he's in an attack team, taking him up against teams that don't have dispel is probably a great idea too, because he's just going to debuff everybody, and that'll be fun. All right, everyone, I hope you... Oh, wait, actually, you know what? hold on, just for fun, since we are in this portal, and it is featuring our very powerful friend Gold Drip as well, I will do a couple polls real quick just for fun. Let's see what we get. First one up. Oh, goodness. All right, nothing's exciting there. We'll do one more, just... Okay, well, to be fair, at a 0.5% pull rate, I didn't necessarily expect there to be a great turnaround on this one, and the chest is kind of whatever, too. Okay, all right, everyone. Well, I hope you have a wonderful morning, and we will talk again soon.